The breaking news.
Hello everyone and welcome back to All Transfer News. Today we've got the latest updates on our beloved club, Liverpool. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a moment of Liverpool transfer news. Let's get started.
Liverpool in talks over surprise move for Crystal Palace forward. Liverpool, exploring Jean-Philippe Mateta. Transfer as striker search intensifies. Liverpool appear to be seriously evaluating a summer move for Crystal Palace. Forward Jean-Philippe Mateta as the club shifts its transfer focus towards strengthening the attacking line. Under the influence of new manager Arne Slot, the Reds have already brought in 6 new signings. But it seems their attention has now turned to the final third of the pitch. With ongoing uncertainty surrounding the futures of Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz, Liverpool are assessing their forward options, and Mateta's name has increasingly emerged in recent days as a player under serious consideration. According to French outlet Foot Mercato, representatives from Liverpool recently met with Mateta's entourage in Paris to discuss a potential transfer. While no official bid has been made, the talks suggest a clear level of interest from the Merseyside club. Meanwhile, Crystal Palace are simultaneously working on a new contract for the striker, whose current deal runs until 2027. The club is eager to retain their top scorer and reportedly hopes to extend his stay with improved terms, although no agreement has yet been reached between Mateta and Palace. Sources close to the negotiations suggest both sides are inching toward a resolution. However, Liverpool's interest, if it progresses, could disrupt the contract discussions and shift the balance. Premier League rivals, also in the Mixani pursuit of Mateta, won't be straightforward. Manchester United, Aston Villa, and Ligue, one side Marseille, are all reportedly keeping tabs on the French striker's situation. This growing interest could inflate Mateta's price tag or pressure Palace into securing his future sooner rather than later. Mateta has quietly built a reputation as one of the more consistent forwards in the Premier League, netting 19 goals in one season and 17 in the next, while playing a key role in Palace's successful FA Cup run. His combination of physical presence, intelligent movement, and finishing makes him an appealing option, especially for a team looking to add proven domestic experience. Slot's vision continues to shape Liverpool's market strategy so far this summer. Liverpool have made proactive moves under Slot's guidance, landing players like Freddie Woodman, Georgi Mamardashvili, Milos Kerkez, Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong, and Armin Pexi. With more than a month remaining in the transfer window, there's plenty of time for additional activity, particularly if there are notable departures. Slot is reportedly open to tweaking his tactics depending on the makeup of the squad by September. With Matheus Cunha already part of the squad and links to other forwards such as Hugo Ekitike and Alexander Isak, Liverpool's shortlist continues to evolve. Mateta fits a specific profile that aligns with Liverpool's shifting needs. A Premier League-proven scorer, currently in his prime, and tactically adaptable. Whether that's enough to prompt a formal offer may ultimately hinge on how the club resolves the futures of Núñez and Diaz. Liverpool's forward line could undergo major changes, reports indicate Liverpool have reached out to Crystal Palace regarding Mateta as part of their wider search for a reliable forward. Foot Mercato suggests that Mateta could be a more financially feasible alternative compared to other targets like Isak, Ekitike, or Ademola Lookman. A valuation between $50 million and $60 million, approximately $58-70 million, has been floated for the Frenchman, who has scored 36 goals over the last 2 seasons for Palace. With Mateta turning 28 recently, he may not fit Liverpool's traditional model of signing players in their early to mid-20s. However, his experience in the English top flight and consistent form might make him an ideal addition for Arne Slot, especially in a transitional summer. Given that Mateta is under contract until 2027, this transfer window could represent Palace's best opportunity to cash in on him, if they choose to sell. Current striker situation leaves Liverpool exposed. At present, Darwin Núñez is the only recognized striker in Liverpool's senior squad, and he continues to be linked with a move to Napoli. He scored in Liverpool's recent 3-1 preseason win over Preston, but doubts remain about his long-term future. If he departs, it would leave Liverpool with a glaring gap up front. Luis Diaz and Cody Gakpo have both operated as central forwards in the past, and the newly signed Florian Wirtz could be deployed as a false nine if needed, but none are traditional strikers. Losing both Núñez and Jota, who tragically passed away in a car accident earlier this summer, would leave Liverpool without a natural striker. And while the emotional toll of Jota's death is far more significant than any footballing implication, the squad's structural needs still have to be addressed. Alternatives. Still on the table, Liverpool's dream target appears to be Newcastle United's Alexander Isak. However, with the Magpies having already resolved their profit and sustainability rules, PSR concerns, and securing Champions League football, they have no urgency to sell the Swedish striker. Elsewhere, Liverpool's interest in Hugo Ekitike remains alive. The 22-year-old Frenchman is reportedly on the radar after an impressive season in the Bundesliga, where he scored 22 goals in 48 appearances. Recently, Eintracht Frankfurt signed Jonathan Burkhardt from Mainz, a move many believe signals that Ekitike could be on his way out. Burkhardt, 24, had a prolific season himself, scoring 19 times in 30 appearances, with 18 of those coming in league matches. That tally made him the fourth highest scorer in the Bundesliga last season, behind only Harry Kane, Patrick Schick, and Sergio Guirassy. Final thoughts: Liverpool's summer is far from over. As they continue to reshape the squad under Arne Slot, the need for a clinical, reliable striker is growing more pressing. Jean-Philippe Mateta may not have been the first name fans expected to see linked with a move to Anfield, but his experience, form, and physical attributes could make him a vital piece of the club's evolving attack. Whether Liverpool pull the trigger on a deal for Mateta will depend on what happens with Núñez, Diaz, and other moving pieces in this ever-shifting transfer puzzle. But one thing is clear: the Reds are preparing to make some big calls, and fans should expect a few more twists before the window slams shut. The Moise Kean situation is quickly turning into a full-blown soap opera. After snubbing the lucrative offers thrown his way by clubs in the Saudi Pro League, a move that clearly shows he still believes he belongs at the top level, Fiorentina are now scrambling to secure his future with a bumper new contract and a significant pay rise. But wait. Enter Manchester United, quietly circling in the background, joined by several of Europe's elite clubs. They haven't forgotten that